is not fixed thing anymore. It's not structured. Even science sits on shifting sands. Yeah. If you remember Karl Popper, remember Karl Popper? Karl Popper said, creating a theory is like building a building on swamp. Remember that? Driving down from far above into the swamp, not to a solid place. And when we stop because we have now to hold the building. Remember that? Karl Popper, sign on sign. Modern positivists. Same idea. Science is not based on anything solid. Science that called law of gravity is not actually a law. Yeah? Because there is no law, there is no solid thing, there is no objective reality, there is no science. Yeah? Science is just an idea that has not been rejected or refuted. You got it? As long as we have not had any proof to reject it yet, we say it's law. Yeah? It's the truth, it's the fact. But according to this idea, there's no such thing. There's no law, no fact, no truth. Because society is fluid, in the state of being created and recreated, all the time changing, the individuals have to all the time thinking and rethinking, monitoring things. That is the idea of reflexivity. Yes, reflexive. Ordering and reordering our social relations. Modern individuals constantly assessing their own behavior and that of the others. Beck. Later Beck comes. Yeah? Beck and other German sociologists agree with Giddens that society today is very risky. Society is very dangerous. Yeah? Society is not a structured thing. Last time when society was structured, the risk was minimal. True? Yeah, now, you guys are pretty insecure in a sense. After you finish school, you get to look for a job. Don't know whether to get a job or not. Job nowadays doesn't come by so easily. I know someone in Melbourne, graduated 2 years ago, still waiting for a job. Yeah? And now when you get into the job, you have to fight. You really, really have to keep your job. You have to produce. You have to be productive. Last time it wasn't like this. My parents' generation, if you graduate, sure you get a job. Yeah? You probably work in some of the government office, maybe. You don't have to work that hard or have to compete with other people very much. Every year, you get your pay rise a bit. Yeah? You get some bonus. And you get to be a little bit more senior every year. Every year. And you're probably not looking to shift elsewhere. And you stay on your job until you are 60, 65. You retire. Yeah? With some retirement benefit. Life is so secure. You think so? Now, not anymore. Yeah? A lot of risk. No? Job risk, financial risk, even food risk, environmental risk. Because society is like that, that's why we can't stay still. We have to all the time be aware and assessing the risk. Yeah? Now later, when we look at Beck also look at risk. Yeah, especially Beck look at pollution and environmental risk. Yeah, so people are aware of the risk, constantly self-monitored, self-reformed. So what is globalization? Globalization is being characterized as reflexive modernization, or reflexive, orderly and reordering of social relations. Globalization is also defined. This can be seen as definition, yeah? Yeah. time-space distanciation, spatial temporal dimension. Last week we talked about different dimensions of globalization. Hale and Macron say it can be materialist, idealist, spatial temporal. This is spatial temporal. Space-time dimension. Space-time is now being distant, disconnected, separate. Separation of time and space. The condition of time-space distanciation. Time and space is not together anymore. Last time, in the past, when we did agriculture, especially, time and space is connected. Totally connected. What we do in space is determined by time. Yeah? What time is it? Morning time, noon time, afternoon time, evening time, night time. That is time. That is real time. That is what time should be, right? It's about the sun, it's about season. Yeah? People will probably not go out to farm until the sun starts to rise. You see the activity in space determined by time. Yeah? Sunrise, they go to farm. Yeah? They start to do all the activities until maybe about, late in the morning, 11 or 12 o'clock, they rest. No. Hot. Yeah? So they probably tend to kind of pause and then just do other things. You see, whatever, this is day, night. People do different things according to the rhythm of the day and night. Season. Winter, summer, rainy. You do different things. Yeah? So at that time and space is connected. But now, not anymore. Not anymore. You can come to class, morning, afternoon, night, middle of the night, you still can come to class, if the class go online. True? Yeah? You can come to class when it's hot or cold or rainy. Yeah? Still come to class. My poor son is so poor, He's very cold. I told you, right? Minus 30 degrees Celsius. Can you imagine that? Minus 30, very cold. People can still do things. Last time people couldn't. They were probably children at home. Minus 30 degrees. Even polar bear cannot stand it. In New York, polar bear has to be kept indoors. Because polar bear cannot stand the cold. At that time, season, day, night, determine activity, time and space connected. Now, time and space, no more. Yeah? You say, okay, let's study online. If you happen to have online learning. Yeah. And I can make an announcement. Okay, I'm going to go online at 4 o'clock, Singapore time. Okay, 4 p.m. Singapore time, 4 a.m. US time. All come to class. All students come to class. Class can happen when it is 4 a.m. here. No, I'm sorry. When it is 4 p.m. here and 4 a.m. there. We can live together at the same place, at the same time. Yeah? So, now the idea of time and space, no more. Now there's no more time, no more space. And that is globalization. So globalization means time, space doesn't matter anymore. Space is no longer being determined by time. Modern time is not about sun, about moon, about season. It is being measured by a standardized measurement mechanical clock that creates some uniformity, that creates standardized time measured against mean time. What else could define globalization? What does it mean, globalization? It means the disembedding mechanism. Because now there is no time, no space, relations relationship doesn't have to be anchored in concrete social interaction or anchored within locality. Relationships can be lifted out from location. Yeah? Interaction doesn't have to be face-to-face anymore. You don't have to come to class. You can go online because there's no more class per se. Yeah? Class or location become a concept that is true in modernity, but now not important anymore. It's the idea of space or location. This one in green, sorry, I put it under number 2, which is wrong. Can you just shift it down here? Yeah? This embedding means social relations and communications can take place over long distance and period of time instead of face-to-face interaction in the past. Our life is now dominated by external force. No life outside of the local. Number 2 and number 3